Transformations. Love them, hate them, they are never really going away. But what if I told you that there was a series that handled these transformations differently? And no, it's not the deconstruction of transformations from Hunter x Hunter. You guys have already seen the title of the video, so you know that the series is none other than Jujutsu Kaisen. JJK is one of my favorite series in Weekly Shonen Jump currently running right now. And one of those reasons is because of the idea of how it approaches transformations/awakenings. You see, instead of having a typical transformation where the protagonist gets a larger power boost because someone hurt their friends, or because they simply just got angry, you see, JJK doesn't actually have the character transform. Instead, they awaken to a newer mindset. And these characters don't just get a random power boost from untapped potential or secret hidden kind of power. The characters in JJK only get stronger because their mindset change, which essentially is not like them getting stronger, but instead of them realizing how better to use their abilities. For instance, when Megami unlocks his domain expansion, he doesn't actually get stronger. Think about what actually happens to Megami in this moment. Sure, he unlocks a domain, and some people would say that equates to bigger strength, but while he did get a domain, it actually didn't have a sure hit effect. All it really does is expand his curse technique's range. And so it's not actually a jump in power level, it's just expanding his range. Think about it this way, he didn't go from being beaten by the finger bearer to now surpassing Yuta, or even Yuji in that singular moment. Honestly, I think even Nobara could take him in this moment. Again, the only thing that really changes here is Megami's approach to using his curse technique. And while in most animes they have their main characters gain a new form or extra power, the characters in JJK stay relatively the same. It's just their perspectives shift. And I believe that's because JJK is more similar to sports. A character may have a mindset that works against them and then maybe fail. But once they move past that mindset, the character/athlete is able to bring out the best in themselves and succeed. And what's cool about awakenings is that they can be big moments like Megami's domain expansion, or smaller moments like Yuji learning the Black Flash. But one of my favorite moments in the JJK is really not one of the most popular for what I've seen, but I really want to talk about it anyways. It's Maki learning to be her best self. The reason I like this so much is that because as a former athlete myself, this moment feels so relatable. You see, in most series, Maki would have already been fully awakened after her deal with Mai. But instead, JJK takes a different approach and allows Maki to be mentally stun-locked. Even though she was gifted with this amazing power, she really doesn't know how to use it. And that's because she's been faced with the reality that people have been telling her that she's fought her entire life. And even if she doesn't want to admit it, she probably believed this herself. And many athletes go through this period where they're actually better than they think they are, but they're not exactly sure how to utilize that and become better themselves. And Maki goes through the same thing. And sure, while the solution to this is a bit silly, I just love how these characters are able to go out and explore themselves and discover new outlooks that allow them to become better than they ever were before. And to me, that's why JJK is just a lot different than other series. Characters can explore themselves, confront inner truths, do all of this self-discovery, and that's what makes them better. Not just a random power-up, a friendship pushing them over the edge, or whatever reason that normal shonen protagonists go through. And to me personally, that's just what makes these moments worth it. I'm gonna get a little bit unscripted here, but for example, my friend is watching the anime right now, and he's saying that Jogo is stronger than like 15 Finger Sukuna, because Sukuna says you would have killed me with that attack that he launched, that meteorite attack, and that Sukuna dodged. And so my friend asked me, is it Mahito relative to Jogo? And I was like, I think so. Now, I'm not really a power scaler yet, but I was saying that they're pretty sure they're actually relative. So he was like, wait, so you're telling me that Kusekabe blocked an attack that came from Mahito that was sent by Kenjaku? And if you know what happens in the manga, you know Kusekabe is like that. And that's the thing that's so awesome about JJK. A character like Kusekabe, he might not really be like that in the grand scheme of things. He's not special grade, he's not taking down Sukuna, he's not gonna take down Kenjaku. Please, Gege, if he takes them down, oh my god, the rest of my soul for these fans will cook me. But what I'm saying is, he can be good at one thing that just makes him superior. Like, his defense is off the charts. And I think stuff like that is just flat out amazing. The fact that you can be in a fight and then not really be that great, but because you change the way you think, the way you approach a certain fight, you can actually win. Or if you just hone all your technique into one skill, like, I have just never flat out ever seen a series do something like that. The closest thing would obviously be Hunter x Hunter, but I mean, I can't think of a single one that I like. I can't think of one in Chainsaw Man, I can't think of one in Full Metal Alchemist, I can't think of one in Naruto, Bleach. You can go all down the list, okay? And JJK is not even my favorite series, it's just one of them, but the fact that it's able to give me this realistic approach at a battle shonen manga, it's just, and I don't really have the words to say, but it's honestly just flat out phenomenal. That's why JJK is a lot different than other series. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.